I hate going from Cal to Cooper Flagg, but we're going from Cal to Cooper Flagg because I mean, we didn't touch on him very much when we went Duke UNC, but I texted you guys early like this dude has entered a stratosphere as a prospect that I did not think was possible for him. And I've been a Cooper Flagg fan this whole time. And I think he's evolved from, hey, so well rounded, does it all, to still having all those things and becoming an elite scorer at the college basketball level, like really elite scorer. And us three were on a show after Duke, Kansas, and Jeff, we talked about it, where it's like didn't deal with the traps well, didn't deal with the pressure well. And I said on that show, great players, which Cooper Flagg is, invite it. Send two. Bring me two. And I watched him tonight against North Carolina when they trapped him, pick their asses apart. And that's what makes this stuff so cool, man. Like seeing the real-time maturation of some of these guys, and even a guy like Cooper Flagg, who comes in with as much hype as he did to hit this gear. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible. And I think, like what you're saying, Jeff, trying to figure out where he stacks up as far as like prospects over the last 25 years, especially as freshmen, like he's continuing to creep into a class that is pretty rarefied air, in my opinion. So that's toast of the night, Cooper Flagg.
I think I'd have him above Zion at this point.
I think that was what I was alluding to. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have him above Zion as a prospect.
Right. Zion's a freak talent. Cooper is a unbelievable basketball player. Like that's what makes him so special.
Yeah. What we said about him at the start of the year was the stuff that he does great is not the loud stuff. It's not the stuff that's necessarily going to pop. It's not the stuff that's going to go viral. It's not the stuff that everyone's going to be talking about. And Duke was winning games early, and Cooper was doing all of that stuff. And it felt like that was a storyline that wasn't going the way that it probably should have been going, given that he's going to end up being the number one pick in the draft, right? And then like January hits, and it just clicks into high gear, and it flipped, and he is now still doing all of the stuff that isn't loud just as well. And also he's doing all the loud stuff. Like he's the passes, knocking down threes. He's dunking on people. He's getting blocked.
You know who he reminds
getting
me
all
of?
the highlights. Who?
You know who he reminds me of a little bit? They're not the same player. Nobody is. I mean, so anytime you try to compare somebody, everybody's like, no, he's not like him. But like he does a lot of the same things Grant Hill does or did. A healthy Grant Hill. Right? Like Grant Hill was a point forward. Grant Hill he could do everything. Like he was just Mr. Versatility. He could stuff the stat sheet. He could guard. He made people better. He could score when necessary, but he didn't force things. I think they're similar. And even their demeanors are a little bit similar. Like they're not outwardly like volatile guys, but they just, man, they play the right way hard all the time. That's who he kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, I don't hate that comparison. The reason why I'm so high on him is that I don't necessarily think there is an actual comparison for him, which makes me believe we're going to see something a little bit different when he gets to the next